See so many people here, Mr. Sharma, who with his 5-second talk in an elevator could lift us from the floor. If I start covering the people I see, both here and here, an entire evening would not be sufficient. However, not going too far into that, before I make Mr. Rao relax, that his part is over, I have one more responsibility for him and our very honored guest, Mr. Sudarshan Agarwal, to kindly come forward and unveil our 10-year commemorative logo, which will be using it for the entire next 10 years and making for the full year to make sure that. Is the logo ready, please? Meanwhile, while the logo is being transported here, I would also like to express my deepest gratitude to my fellow promoters who all these years have stood like a rock behind us and supported us. And we believe that the next 10 years, it will be the same way as we unveil this, the logo. Please, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the commemorative logo for UPES 10 years. You will see it on our stationery, on our invitations, and we assure you that this whole year will be full of commemorative functions. Thank you very much. I have the pleasant duty to even dare to honor some of the people who cannot be honored because they were such honorable people we went to help us, that it is the blessings we got from them, it is the support we got from them. So we are in no position to honor them, but we will definitely like that. As a token of our affection, we are able to at least acknowledge their contribution in our lives. I know Mr. S. Krishnan much earlier than we could come up with the idea of the university. I would not forget the experience I had with him, which was completely contrary to whatever government and bureaucracy is known for, or rather I would say infamous for. Here was a very constructive, upright, well-meaning, friend, philosopher and guide kind of an officer who not only inspired you, but egged on you to go. And that is what gave me the confidence. I must publicly acknowledge his contribution to even dream of doing something without being part of Shell or Deloitte or any such multinational to back me. So I am most grateful. I am so full of stories for each one of the person who's present here, that how did they, without knowing, shaped what we are celebrating today. So I would also like to bother some of our fellow promoters who are here, because they are indeed worthy of supporting a particular project without really knowing what that project is or where it will go or what was it all about. They just knew this is good for the country, this is good for the future, this sounds reasonable to do and would work, and that is all it took them to part with their money just at the right time. otherwise. And of course, our most grateful thanks to the Oriental Bank of Commerce, who became the first non-scheduled bank in this country to loan money completely from scratch, from the land upwards, and continue to loan us as a preferred lender the money to expand and increase. So everything about this is incredible. So may I call upon Mr. J.C. Mehta to please be on the stage and help me honor few people, please. A big round of applause for Mr. Mehta. One humorous thing about Mr. Mehta is that often I used to go with him when I felt that the money I'm spending is too big an amount. So he used to say, please go ahead and spend it, and then used to ask me what it is for. So may I request Mr. Mehta to please give a token of our affection to Mr. T.N. Rao, please. May I also request Mr. Mehta to give a token of our affection to Mr. S.C. Tripathi, former Secretary Petroleum. The thing about Mr. Tripathi is that he has always many more questions you can even think of answering. So, 5 minutes with him and you got 5 years of job. May I also request Mr. Mehta to honor Dr. M. Ramachandran. I often feel how demanding Dr. Ramachandran is, and I wonder that if he is so demanding, I have never dared, his wife, better half is here, how would she be? So, she has been a constant support with her biryani and appams, inspiration. So, we are honoring you both. Thank you, ma'am. May I also request Mr. J.C. Mehta to give a token of our affection to Mr. S. Krishnan, please. A round of applause, please. May I call on the stage Mr. Neeraj Gulati. Thank you, Mr. Mehta. Mr. Neeraj Gulati is by profession a chartered accountant, but a normal person. Because I think he stopped practicing a long ago, and he's the one who keeps quiet in all meetings, and then in the end asks a question which defeats the very purpose of the meeting because nobody thought about that. So that has been the force at HERS which we had. May I request Mr. Neeraj Gulati to give a token of our affection to Mr. Arun Balakrishnan, please. May I request Mr. R.S. Sharma to be on the stage? We wanted you, sir, to be on the stage, but I think you were busy in a meeting. So, but we'll have to bother you for the token of affection. May I request Mr. Neeraj Gulati to please present a token of our affection to Mr. R.S. Sharma. Thank you, sir. May I request Mr. Neeraj Gulati, has Mr. M.B. Lal come? No, I don't think so. He's not come. So, thank you very much, Neeraj. May I request Mr. J.C. Mehta for one more responsibility. Why I am calling Mr. Mehta is actually he should be the recipient of this award. But like all elder and inspiring people who come up with great ideas, they end up encouraging others who actually translate those ideas into reality. May I also request Mr. KB Lal to come on the stage, please? A big round of applause for Mr. KB Lal. Mr. KB Lal's magic has been that despite building 6 lakh square feet in about 4 years' time, in about 5 years' time, he still say that I've got money left. May I request Mr. J.C. Mehta to pass on to Mr. KB Lal a well-earned 4-star Greha rating for our campus. Mr. Lal's team, who's represented here, has worked day and night, and today we are very proud to have a zero effluent, zero environmental polluting campus. We use all our water, and we are the only university to have won this award. The only 5-star rating which has been won is by Infosys, and we are the second number awardee in the whole nation. Third place being shared by ITC and other companies. A great honor. It's 2 years of hard work, lot of rainwater harvesting, energy conservation, and I had the privilege of receiving this award from our Honorable President just a week ago, and it was quite a pleasure. The responsibility is heavy, Lal Sahab. May I request our Emeritus Pro Vice Chancellor, Mr. G.C. Tiwari, to come on the stage, please. G.C. Tiwari Sahab beats any 19-year-old in terms of his or her energy, enthusiasm, and anything you can think of. The first picture I have of Professor Tiwari is that I was told that a person who has worked very long in EIL and Floor Daniel and this company and that company is now going to teach management in our college. I didn't know previously Professor Tiwari. I go to his room and there are 6 books open on his table, one in his hand and the other one he is underlining. I was so inspired that a person who has worked all his life can do this kind of preparation for first lecture. And I think the history was written that he will rise to head the institution. But I have got him here to honor 2 very special people who are very special to us. In fact, 3 special people. One person you all know, he is codenamed Hanuman in our organization. Whatever anyone else cannot do, we believe that he's the person to be deputed. If someone is going to leave station at 6 a.m. in the morning and he lives 500 kilometers away and he has to be met at 6:30 in the morning, this is the person who takes charge. At 7:30 in the evening, that person will be met in the morning. So I call upon my colleague, very respected colleague, and in fact, my schoolmate, Mr. Abhay Sharma. Please give him a round of a big applause. Thank you. You will have to stay. There are 2 more people. I have a very special privilege to introduce you to the heartbeat of UPES. If that ECG is all right, UPES is healthy. And it reaches on every part of UPES. And I'm talking none other than our Deepa. Please give her a big round of applause. The grapevine is that if you want to check anything, check with Deepa. Thank you. We had a committee meeting that should Deepa be given this award or not, because we were all very cross with her. The only problem is she always dresses up for Board of Governors meetings, these kind of functions, anything which involves outsiders. But for internal meetings, I don't want to say more. We have a very special person whom we have been calling day and night, Sunday, Saturday. We don't call him for 3 months. Then suddenly something happens, we call him. And we never bother how he would do the thing we are asking him to do. And normally we call him when everything is wrong. And we have already tried to fix it, and it has become very wrong. And he is none other than our financial advisor, Mr. Alok Shukla. May I please request him to come on the stage. He is so cool, ladies and gentlemen, you have to believe me. If I think he gets a call from Prime Minister one day and he asks him, should I push the nuclear button? He'll say, just give me about 60 seconds, I'll tell you. Thank you very much, Tiwari sir. May I call upon the stage Dr. Parag Diwan, please? Dr. Parag Diwan normally thinks something which is 5 years or 3 years or 3 months ahead of its time, but wants it to be get done yesterday. So there are some people who have suffered with him, and all we have done is we have always called them and told them so many things. So this is the time to really, really appreciate what they have done for us. Our offices are decided when it is already too late. Funds for them are always already released when we are bursting. And they are planned and to be executed at the time when there are already 16 to 25 people standing in the office waiting for that thing to finish. And this kind of operating culture has been born, and the burden has, मैं ज़रा थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलना चाहूँगा, हमारे प्रदीप शर्मा जी ने ये इतना भुगता है, मेरा ख्याल है A1 कैलाश कॉलोनी से आए हुए हैं, मैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा स्टेज पे आए और हमारी ग्रेटफुल थैंक्स एक्सेप्ट करें. Thank you, Pradeep, for all the offices and all the deadlines. There is another gentleman. इनके अच्छे काम की तारीफ कभी नहीं की गई, लेकिन अगर एडवर्टाइजमेंट इधर से उधर हुआ तो इनको कम से कम 20 फोन आते हैं और इनको रात को बताया जाता है कि परसों जयपुर के अंदर 3rd पेज पे राइट हैंड साइड पे ऐड निकलना है, क्योंकि हम वहां से पास हो रहे हैं, हम रोड शो करना चाहेंगे वहां पे. और पिछले कितने ही साल से आई थिंक मैं ये मानता हूं कि हमारे व्यवहार से ये एक बहुत सफल पति बन चुके होंगे. May I call upon Mr. Anubu on the stage, our man who has been putting ourselves on paper after paper for all these years. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. There is a gentleman who has dealt with a lot of elephants, literally, because he is the one who's put up all the elephants for Mrs. Mayawati. And we have really bothered him and his team to no end. We wanted everything done yesterday, every drawing we needed before, and the thing is, we always tried to tell him what to build, how to build it, everything, how to adjust, and we wanted every building to be everything. Yet, we were not ready to pay the cost. But yet, he survived with us, and I am sure that all the fame and all the success he has earned with the Mayawati government is because that we seasoned him. So may I request Mr. J. Karthikar, our architect, to be on the stage. Thank you, Jay. Like every good general, there is a company commander he has who delivers all the so-called impossible things. So we have not forgotten the man really on the site who kept in touch with Jay but really delivered on site. May I request Shailendra to come on the stage. There is one gentleman, of course,